Hey, what's happening, guys? This is Sean Taylor, aka Night Fury. I'm just doing a little quick recap of how the race went for me in Sebring, what I used, what I liked, what I didn't like, what I liked about myself, what I didn't like about myself, and yeah. So anyway, without further ado, I prepared for the race for a good month before using just the LS 2206 2300 kV motors because they are clockwise, counterclockwise, and I don't care. That's all I really care about now in a motor. It has to be clockwise, counterclockwise because I'm tired of spinning props off, man. My knee hurts too much. I can't even hardly set up gates, much less go crash across the field 20 times a day and walk out and get my stuff. So clockwise, counterclockwise paired with turtle mode will almost guarantee you to finish every single time. Now, I didn't put turtle mode on my rigs because I was running the Emax Magnum stack, and it's on 3.1.7, and they fly so good outside of the box that I didn't want to mess with anything. All I did was I just put a little bit lower rates in, and I just left it all alone. I'm talking about bone stock tune, bone stock, everything. It had air mode enabled. That was it. As far as the so Emax Magnum stack, which is a 30 amp times 4, a perfect 4 cell. Now this is a V2. The stacks that I got in the beginning were red, and I had some issues with some arcing and blowing stuff up. I crash a lot, but these ones were black, and I've been told these are V2s. I have not had a single issue with any of those rigs, which man, they fly really, really good. I was trying to get my other rigs to fly like that, and I couldn't get them to do it. I was trying to chase down that tune, so I was raising rates on other rigs and whatnot, and I just couldn't seem to get it to fly the same as what I was flying with the Magnums. Beyond that, I was flying just at the Dal 50/50 props for the most part. I was flying some 50/40s during practice. With the lower KV, the 2300 kV 50/50s was needed. Now, I am going to admit that when I started getting faster on the track, I needed more power. I could not keep up. I could not keep up with the fast guys. I noticed that in the straights they would just pull away from me. It wasn't a lot, but at that highest level, it wasn't enough. So I'm thinking 2550 kV is probably going to be a sweet spot for that setup on 4-cell, but now we have the restriction raised, so I mean, I've run 6S on those exact same motors, and they take it. So that was running as far as my my power system. I was running the Foxeer Aero Micro V2 camera. I have some of the Predators that I need to throw on some rigs and do some testing, but the Aero Micro V2 is kind of my go-to camera. They're amazing. Let's see, just running the regular FRS XM Plus receiver because it just solders right onto the stack. And the frames I was running my little concept frame that I decided to crush into the start gate on one of my runs, on probably my fastest run on the last lap. But I was running the Floss V2 with the 5mm arms, as well as the Astro Switch in Truex form with both of those with the Phoenix 3D Solutions canopies. Yeah, man. I as far as the race, it's my first race back since the injury on the leg, like big race. And I actually had a race with Alex Vanover in his hometown, and I was such a horrid mess. So I would say that I had about 100%. 100%. I was 100% better at this race at Sebring. I qualified, I believe, in 20th, and I moved all the way up into 12th place for the overall finish. And I think I was 1 or 2 steps right behind Zach, and another few steps behind Jared. So as far as the singles racing, I was definitely the weak link. And I'm sorry, guys, but just know I'm coming for you next time. As far as the team racing, I don't know what it is. Like the more that it matters to somebody else, that additional pressure just makes me perform a little better. I just don't seem to crash as much, so maybe I need to start putting my mind there. I flew pretty good at the team race. I had some good, really consistent times, no crashes. I had a midair at the very, very, very last lap of the last race of the day, which didn't even affect us at all. I think lap times were right there, consistent with some of the faster guys. And again, I was running 2300 kV motors. And it was just nice and efficient. I could do 15 laps pretty easily. But that's what I was running for my setups. I hope that helped you guys, and I'd say to check it out because it's a really, really good flying setup. Later, guys. Bye.